Okay, on People versus Ryan Adelman, this case is dismissed. Are you on, Mr. Edelman, still? There you are.
Yes.
All right, you're
Yes,
all
I am,
set.
Your Honor.
I'm dismissing it.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a
You're
wonderful
welcome.
day.
Have a good day.
Yep. Thank you. You too.
And Mr. Nunley, next in line for you to talk to is, hang on one second, is Mr. Ali Mackey, M-A-K-K-I. It's a driving on suspended. The plea offer, there is no plea offer from Sumter Township. It's a straight up plea.
Okay.
So I'm going to put you in a breakout room with, or go back into breakout room number 2. Mr.
Okay.
Mackey, you got to join breakout room number 2. Go ahead and hit join.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Mr. Callis, we have both of your clients on. Unmute yourself. Maybe.
Sorry,
There
I'm
you
not
go.
used to doing this on a phone.
Yeah, you're good. I have plea agreements in both files. Have you talked to the Sumter prosecutor?
Yes, Your Honor. In this case, we've worked out plea resolutions for both of my clients. My understanding is that my clients are going to plead no contest to one count, that both pleas are going to be taken under advisement, and that both parties agree that the dogs in this matter will be euthanized.
Did you say that no, both clients are going to plead no contest to, I'm sorry, to one count?
Correct.
Okay. Is there a preference on which count?
There is no, we'll just go with unlicensed dogs.
Okay. And that the other two, okay, so Mr. Young, is that correct?
Yeah, that's fine with me. The terms of the under advisement plea, if accepted by the court, would be under advisement for a period of 6 months. Also, reimbursement of fees to the facility that's been housing the animals, it's $1,040 would be the term.
Wait a second. Is that split in two? What am I doing? I have 2 defendants. That's not,
Yeah,
what does that mean?
I'm sorry, so 50-50, $520 each.
And who is that? Who am I supposed to list for payment plans on who to reimburse?
Sumter Township. Sumter Township will make good on the bill to, I forget what it's called, Friends of Michigan or something like that. And then Sumter Township will be reimbursed $520.
Got it. Restitution of $520 per defendant.
We will euthanize the dogs forthwith, and that's all included in those fees.
And Mr. Bertram and Edward and Nelson Bertram, are that both of your understandings?
Yes, it was, ma'am.
Okay. And you understand both by pleading no contest that you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice rights form and you're not contesting this charge, Mr. Nelson Bertram?
That is correct.
And Mr. Edward Bertram?
That is correct.
Are you satisfied with the plea, Mr. Callis?
Yes, I am. I only had a question. I had them sign the advice of rights at my office, both of them. Does the court want me to mail that, email it?
I'm not worried about it. I'm not, you can email it over, but they'll pull it in the file. I mean, we're going paperless, so it's fine.
I understand. I just want to make sure that
No.
I'm following court procedures.
Yep. Oh, absolutely.
One other question, Your Honor, if I may.
Yes.
Mr. Collis, do you have any objection to me signing your name to an order just indicating that the 2 dogs will be euthanized if necessary, and that's all it'll say?
That's fine.
All right, will do. That's it, Your Honor. Thank you.
Yeah, and the assessment from the court is $300, so the total on each defendant is $820. Can you pay that within 30 days, Mr. Nelson Bertram?
Yes.
And Mr. Edward Bertram?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, no, I'll make that notation and make the payment within 30 days. For the $820, we'll send the restitution to Sumter Township on both cases. And then no trouble for the 6 months, and all of the cases will be dismissed. All right?
Do we pay the payment at the courthouse or do we?
Yes, you do. You can mail it into the court, or you can go online and pay it under your name, or
Okay,
you can come to the court live and write a check or pay cash. Any of
Okay.
those options.
okay, thank you.
Okay, yep, you're all set.
Thank you,
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank
Appreciate your
you.
time.
Yep, have a good day.
You too.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, and then I'll call you back.
Mr. Abram,
Yeah, good morning.
Mr. Abram, you could have left him on the phone because he can't I see him, but he can't seem to unmute himself. So
All right.
get him back on the phone
Speakerphone, good.
and put
Thank
him
you.
on speaker. Well, actually, I don't have a plea in the file, so maybe you need to, do you need to talk to Mr. Young?
Yeah, let's,
Why don't we do that first? Mr. Young?
Okay.
On Ray Mullins, I'm gonna put you in breakout room number 3.
Fine.
It's not supposed to be on
Mr. Abram, why can't I find you? There you are. Okay, go ahead and go into the breakout room.
thank you.
You're welcome. And L. Brady, what
I'm
is
not, I
your
wasn't
name?
put in, I'm not in, Judge.
here.
You have
Lauren
to
Bradley.
rejoin.
I clicked join, but I might have misclicked.
You know what? It's because Mr. Nunley's breakout room is finishing, so it's closing everything out. So just hang on 1 minute, and I'll put you back. I'll put you in just a second.
Thank
Okay.
you.
The lady with L. Bradley. What's your name? Is it Lauren?
Lauren Bradley.
Lauren, thank you. And I have that you have the court-appointed attorney. So you have 2 people in front of you,
Mhm.
and I'll put you in line to talk to the court-appointed attorney, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. On the iPhone, what's your last name?
Bradley.
No, I got you, Miss Bradley. The person who has the identifier as iPhone, what's your last name?
Martin?
Yep, your name.
Martin?
Martin?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me get your file, Miss Martin. Hang on a second. Tiffany?
Yes.
Miss Martin, there's an offer from the prosecutor that if you plead to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, that the driving unsuspended and the stop sign would be dismissed. It would be a $345 ticket. If you want to take that plea, if you want to talk to the court-appointed attorney, there are 3 people in front of you, but I can put you in that list.
I would take that plea and pay it and get it out the way.
Okay, do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form?
Yes.
And is it true that on April the 5th of this year, you were in Sumter Township and you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive a vehicle that you were in? And just for the record, that doesn't go on your driving record at all, okay?
Thank you. Yes.
You're welcome. Is that true that you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive a vehicle that you were in?
Yes.
It's a total of fines and costs of $345. Do you need time to pay that?
Yes.
Can you make $50 a month payments?
Yes, ma'am.
Is your phone number 313-721-3472?
Yes.
Email of Tiffany2017k@hotmail.com.
Yes, ma'am.
We will send you a payment plan. You are all set.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
All right, Mr. Abraham and Mr. Young, now I'm going to put you in a breakout room.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Or actually, you should now be able to join breakout room number 3. Do you see it?
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Mullins, you're still waiting. Oh, Mr.
Can
Nunley.
you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now, Mr.
Okay,
Mullins. Yes.
I went to my phone.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah.
Mr. Mullins, Mr. Nunley, you're back with Mr. Mackey. What's going on?
I need to speak with Mr. Young briefly.
Yeah, he's in a breakout room with somebody else.
Okay.
So meanwhile, I have Christine Budd, who is another Sumter case. The offer is no operator's license on person
No.
from a driving on suspended. So I'm going to put you in a breakout room with her, okay?
Okay.
You're still assigned to breakout room number 2. So if you go back there and I'll stick Miss Budd, you can join him there. And I apologize. Maybe I didn't get you. Miss Beatty, did
Yes,
I
ma'am.
miss you?
Yes, ma'am.
I did. People versus Gabriel Beatty. I don't have an offer in the file. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to have you talk to the court-appointed attorney. So I'm going to put you, there's a couple people ahead of you, but just hang out, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
So I put myself on mute and I put it up because I'm gonna be here for a minute. Because there's 2 other people talking to the court attorney, so I got.
They don't have an offer for it.
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Mullins, just hang out.
Oh, yeah, my lawyer's trying to call me and it got hung up on. Sorry.
No problem.
Yeah, you gotta say hello. Hi,
Good morning, Miss Creener. How are you?
it's Kreiner. I'm good.
Kreiner, I have on your case, the prosecutor's offering that if you plead to an added count of just a double parking, that it's a parking ticket and pay $225, that they'll dismiss the driving without an endorsement. If you're interested in taking that plea, I can take it. Otherwise, you can talk to the court-appointed attorney if you want to understand it better.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Can you pay that within 30 days?
Yes.
Perfect. I will amend it to a double parking. I'll dismiss the other case and pay that within 30 days. You can pay it online. You can pay it live in person at the court, or you can mail it in. Do you understand?
Yes.
You are all set. Have a wonderful day.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It was 225, Michelle, yes. So, Mr. West. Can you hear me? Pierre West, can you hear me, Mr. West? Mr. Nunley, you had Mr. Mackey. Are you ready on that file?
No, I need to speak with Mr. Young about Mr. Mackey. I'm
Oh.
ready for Ms. Budd.
Oh, okay, let's do Miss Budd and then I'll put you in a breakout room. I knew I was waiting on Mr. Young for something. I was confused. On Miss Budd, People versus Christine Budd. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Ms. Budd has decided to avail herself of the prosecutor's offer of the reduced charge of no operating license on person.
Do you understand, Miss Budd, by pleading guilty to this added count that you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice or rights form?
Yes, I am.
And is it true that on or about April the 4th of 2019, you didn't have a valid driver's license in your possession?
Yes.
The fines and costs with the state fees, it's a total of $445. Michelle, I'm backing out things, so I'll have to give you the breakdown when I do it. Do you need time to pay that, or can you pay that within 30 days?
I can pay that within 30 days.
All right, I'll make a notation. Pay within 30 days and you'll be all done. Okay?
Awesome. Thank you very much,
Thank you
Judge.
very much and have a great day.
Yes, you too. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Young, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Mr. Nunley about the Mackey case.
Okay.
Did you talk to Mr. Abraham? He's not back, so. Oh, there he is. Okay.
Thank
Mr. Young, I'm going to move you to breakout room number 2. Go ahead,
Wait.
Royce, and rejoin.
Hold on one second. On Mr. Abraham, Your Honor?
Yeah.
Yes.
Move to amend the plea offer impaired. My understanding is his client will accept the plea.
Okay, you're all set. Thanks. Mr. Nunley, go ahead and join breakout room number 2 with Mr. Young. Mr. Abraham on People versus Ray Mullins.
Yes, Your Honor. For the record, Douglas Abraham on behalf of Mr. Mullins, who I have here on speakerphone.
Yeah, I thought he got it to work. We had him live for a minute.
He was there, and then he said he got booted out.
Yeah, that's fine. And Mr. Mullins, you understand that by pleading guilty to the added count of impaired, that you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice or rights form?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Young, your phone is allowing you to join breakout room number 2. Will you please join that?
It started showing me here that I have that option. It worked all the other times, but it's not showing it this time.
me move you to 3. There, do you see it now?
No,
Let me close it out and restart it then, because I can't. All right, Mr. Mullins, is it true that on or about July the 13th of 2020, you were in Sumter Township and you had consumed alcohol before getting behind the wheel of the vehicle that you were in? Mr. Mullins, can you hear me? Mr. Abraham, do you have your client on speaker? Oh, I lost him too. All right, Royce, sorry. Mr. Young couldn't figure out how to get in, so I'm redoing them. All right. Go ahead, Royce, and hit join again. There, Mr. Young, you should be able to do that now. Mr. Nolan, do you have any other cases?
I'm not sure. I never know if anybody pops in later.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm pretty sure if I have your cell, hang on just a second. I do. You can go ahead and go as long as you're available, that I can message you if we need you.
Okay, that works. Thank you.
All right, perfect. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Sorry for being tardy this morning. I will be extra.
No worries.
Out.
Thanks.
Yep.
Like I said, I'm only concerned when I don't have plea offers more.
And I'll be honest, I thought I had put a plea offer in every file, and
Yeah. And then Royce, obviously a lot of people, they want breakout rooms right away. And everybody joins on the misdemeanor days, like 15, 20 minutes early. We start getting people.
I totally get it, and I will be early from here on out.
You're not the only one that's, don't feel like it's just you.
All right.
All right, thanks. Yep, have a great day. Mr. Nunley, on Mr. Mackey's case, did you
May I
figure it
jump
out?
back in a breakout room with Mr. Mackey briefly?
Sure. Mr. Mackey, I'm going to put you back in a breakout room.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Royce, you still have breakout room number 1?
Yep.
So go ahead and rejoin it. Mr. Peralta, can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm pulling your file. Hang on one second.
Okay.
Or trying to. I actually don't. Are you in the right place? What case are you on?
I'm not sure, but I was sent to this courtroom by another judge, Your Honor. So I think I might be.
I think that he is mistaken. Did Judge Oakley send you to me?
I believe.
Miss Michelle, can you look up Mr. Peralta's case?
It was courtroom number 1 that I had initially clicked on, and he told me to go ahead and go to courtroom number 3.
Yeah, I think he gave you wrong information, unfortunately. I think you're probably supposed to be in courtroom number 2. Michelle Peralta, can you look it up? First name Paul.
We are ready on Mackey whenever the court is ready.
All right, yeah, hang on one second. I have Michelle looking something. All right, on Mr. Mackey's case, People versus Ally Mackey.
Yeah, Mr. Mackey has decided to just go ahead and plead guilty as charged.
You know what, Mr. Peralta,
Yes.
can you, Michelle, will you private message him? Mr. Peralta, will you send your phone number to private message to respond in the chat? to Miss Buckberry. She's private messaging you. It doesn't say, it doesn't give a date in our system, so she'll look into it and we'll call you, okay?
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So wait, but send her a private message with your phone number, please.
Okay. Here we go. And
Okay, Mr. Nunley, go ahead. What are we doing with this?
Mr. Mackey's decided to just plead guilty as charged.
Do you understand, Mr. Mackey, by pleading guilty that you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it true that on or about January the 25th of 2019, you were in Sumter Township and your license was suspended?
That's correct.
It's a $500 ticket in total with fines and costs. I see that you already paid your FAC, so you're clear. Do you need time to pay that, or can you pay that within 30 days?
30 days is awesome. If you can put me on a payment plan, that would be awesome. Then I can probably come up with the full payment before the 30 days.
Can you pay $100 a month?
Let's do 50.
All right, $50 a month, and I have an email and a phone number for you. The phone is 313-412-7599.
75.94.
75.94. Michelle, I made a notation to amend that. And then the email is m20059262@gmail.com.
You got it.
All right, we'll send you a payment plan. You're all set.
Awesome. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Mr.
very
Nunley.
much. Have a great day.
Yep.
Mr. Nunley, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Mr. Devin Beach. He's charged with, from Sumter Township. I don't understand this, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4 files. It's operating with a blood alcohol content of 17 or more. Operating with the presence of drugs, operating with any presence of drugs, and a second operating with 17 or more. Not sure how it has 4 counts that are basically virtually, this has got to be duplicate files. It makes no sense.
No, it's not, Your Honor. It's Mr. Beach is charged with driving a car into the ditch, leaving the scene of the accident, going back to his house, getting another vehicle, coming down to the scene of the original accident in an extremely
So it's 2
intoxicated
drunk
condition.
drivings because they were 2 separate accidents.
That's the way we're looking at it.
There is
and
no
I'll-
leaving the scene. None of your tickets say leaving the scene. So
I didn't
that-
say, he wasn't charged with that. I just said he left the scene and he went back home. 10 minutes later, he returned, or 15 minutes later, whatever it was.
7:07. Yeah, the time on the first 2 tickets are 7:07. And the time on the next 2 tickets, no, they all say 7:07.
It's when they were written, the time they were written, yeah.
Well, yeah, except that on the ticket, it says the approximate time of the offense. It doesn't say what time they're written. It says that it's the time of the offense.
Well, I
don't
understand
know.
that, but.
So you may
know,
have to amend the time or something then, Mr. Young, because you can't have 2 convictions for the same exact thing at the same exact time. It's got to be a different, do you know what I'm saying? Either
No,
a
I
different
understand
date or a
totally.
different.
Yeah, I understand totally. I
So
mean,
now
I'm
you know what
kidding.
Mr. Nunley, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Mr. Beach and you can go from there. All right?
You want me to call Miss Francis after Miss?
Yes, because I know Miss Francis and that will be time consuming for you. So yes, you got to do these first.
Do these first. So you just tell me when you want me-
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Nunley, go back into room number 1 and I'll put Mr. Beach in there with you.
Sounds good.
Is there any offer at all, Mr. Young?
You know what?
Oh, to 1 count. Oh, sorry. You know what?
No, you know what? Let me do this. I didn't realize it when I wrote it up because I was.
I'm going to stick you in the breakout room. Go in the breakout room with him real quick.
All right.
Okay, so you're already in that breakout room, so rejoin it.
I don't know. What are you talking? How do I
You're
rejoin?
killing
There's nothing
me.
on here. There's nothing in here that says rejoin.
Well, yeah, if you touch the screen, you should be able to go back into the breakout room. Touch the screen.
I'm touching it. I'm touching it.
Just killing me.
No, I'm not. I mean, if you think I'm making, oh, there we go. All right.
There
I
you
apologize.
go. Yeah, everybody else, now go back into breakout room number 1. Oh my gosh. All right, Mr. West,
Yes.
What did we figure out with you?
It says I drove without.
No, I don't see, I'm trying to find your name on my docket.
Cause it got me in courtroom 3, but it's supposed to have Judge Brian A. Oakley.
Yep. Okay. Are you are you on Judge Oakley's docket today?
Yeah, that's what my paperwork say, but
Okay,
it told me to come in.
Yeah, it's courtroom number 2. So if you jump out and go to courtroom number 2, Michelle, will you call down and let Paula know that Mr. West will be joining courtroom number 2?
Judge, you just put me in a breakout room with Mr. Devon.
Yeah, and Mr. Nunley was also there. They're both there, Mr. Young.
All right, I'll try it again.
Michelle, did you hear me? Go ahead, Mr. West. Jump off and go into courtroom number 2 off of the website, okay?
Yeah.
And we'll let them know that you're on your way.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jump off, jump.
All right, Mr. Abraham, I know we lost you for a minute.
I'm back. Can we hear? I'm gonna have to move him. Hold on. Because my client, I think, is on also.
Yeah, he is.
All right, good. So I apologize, Your Honor. We've had
That's okay.
IT problems.
That's okay. All right, Mr. Mullins, can you hear me? No, he's still connecting. On the LG Stylo 5, what's your last name? You got to unmute.
Okay. Malone, Johnny Malone.
Hang on, Mr. Malone, and I'll pull your file. Got it. Mr. Malone, there's not a plea offer on your file from the Sumter prosecutor. I'm going to put you in line to talk to the court-appointed attorney, okay? And he can talk to you about it. So
Okay.
just hang out for a few minutes.
All right.
I still have Mr. Mullins on speakerphone if we want to do it that way.
Actually, yeah, we can do it that way. Mr. Mullins, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can.
Okay. Mr. Mullins, you understand that by pleading guilty to this added count that you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form?
Yes.
And is it true that on July the 13th of this year that you were in Sumter Township, you had consumed alcohol before getting behind the wheel of the vehicle that you were driving?
No. My last name's Malone.
No. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Mr. Ray Mullins. Is your name Ray Mullins?
Okay. I'm
No.
sorry. Let me meet
That's
him.
okay. Mr. Abraham, do you have Mr. Mullins?
Yes, I can put him on speakerphone here and, yep. Yes.
Mr. Mullins, can you hear me?
Yes, Your Honor, I can.
Okay. Is it true that on or about July the 13th, you were in Sumter Township and you consumed alcohol before getting behind the wheel of the vehicle that you were driving?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
As a result of your consumption of alcohol, your ability to drive was impaired.
Yes, Your Honor.
You took a breathalyzer and blew above the legal limit?
Yes.
Did you understand this plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is it voluntary?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anybody promise you or threaten you to get you to plead guilty in this matter?
No, Your Honor, they did not.
I'll accept your plea. I'm going to set this matter over for sentencing. Probation is going to get in touch with you. So I need an email and a cell phone number for us to contact you. What's your cell phone number?
It is 734-799-3823.
And an email?
It is R as in Roger, O as in Oscar, T as in Tom, T as in Tom,
W as in Walter, L as in Larry, R as in Roger, 33@comcast.net.
At Comcast.net. The probation department will be in touch. She's gonna send you paperwork. Make sure you fill it out and send it back to her, and then we'll be in touch, Mr. Abraham, for sentencing in about 4 to 6 weeks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you and have a great day.
You
You're
too.
all set.
Bye.
Mr. Nunley, on Mr. Beach, do you need in a breakout room with Mr. Beach again?
Please.
Okay. All right, Mr. Beach, go ahead and join the breakout room again.
Okay, thank you.
And Miss Bradley, you're next. And then Miss Beatty, and then Mr. Malone
Okay.
with the court appointed. So just hang out. We're working on it.
There's no one like it.
Okay, thanks.
He wasn't happy.
Can you do this again?
Kind of waiting. It's a top
Please.
priority when it's ready for us.
Mr. Young, can you please unmute yourself?
Yep, we're doing that now, Judge.
Excuse us a minute.
Sorry about that. I was resting. Can you hear me?
Of course we can hear you. All right, Mr. Nunley, did you have an opportunity to talk to Mr. Beach?
Yeah, so we're gonna need an adjournment. We're gonna need the discovery in the case, and Mr. Beach would like an opportunity to review the discovery. Any
Are
sort of-
you going to be assigned to this now?
Yeah, I would ask that you assign me so that I can stick with it. and I
Okay,
can-
Michelle, do you know how to do that, to assign Mr. Nunley to this?
Are we just automatically doing discovery orders now?
I'll sign it if you email it or send it over. The next date, Mr. Beach, is going to be March the 11th at 9:10 with Judge Martin.
Judge Martin?
Correct.
Okay.
So, and I'm entering these that haven't been arranged, so I'm giving not guilties on all of them.
Okey doke.
So it's March 11th at 9:10.
Got it.
All right. So, Mr. Beach, you're all set for today. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And then, Mr. Nunley, next is Miss Bradley, and it's a Sumter case, driving on suspended. There's no offer.
Miss Bradley, okay.
All right, Miss Bradley, I'm gonna, Mr. Nunley, you're still in breakout room number 1. Miss Bradley, I'm gonna have you join him there, so just hit join. Mr. Nunley,
Hmm?
did you talk to Miss Bradley?
Yeah, and she apparently Jeff Bodich was assigned to represent her, but she said that was about like a year ago or something. And she thought that at that time she had pled guilty straight up to the charge of driving while license suspended. I don't have any of that information, but either way, you know, she is ready to put in a plea of guilty to the driving.
She
while
did have it looks like she may have had, let's see, 83. No, that's this case. There may be a closed file that she had with us that was that. I'm trying to look on her record. I don't really see it. Anyway, go ahead. So is she willing to plead? This file says that it's never been pled.
Okay.
Is she willing to take the plea?
Yes, she is.
Miss Bradley, you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice rights form?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is it true that on or about February the 28th of 2019, you were driving and your license was suspended in Sumter Township?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll accept your plea with fines and costs and the state costs. It's a $500 ticket. Can you pay that within 30 days or do you need a payment plan?
I'm going to need a payment plan.
All right, we have an email address of leiaijah@icloud.com and a phone number
Yes.
of 929-303-4321.
Yes, ma'am.
Is $50 a month payment plan work?
That's perfect.
All right, we will send you a payment plan, make the payments, and you'll be all set, okay?
Okay, can you send it to my email?
They're going to send it to you. Oh, it looks like, are you already on a $50 a month payment plan with us?
I'm not sure.
It says civil infractions and stuff, or reinstate, okay. I'm gonna
Is
make a
there any way
notation to
all of that-
reinstate it for some old civil infractions. They'll add them all together, okay?
Thank you so much. Thank
You're
you so
welcome.
much, Judge. And I'm
You're-
sorry about being late. I
Oh, don't worry
apologize.
about it. Well, obviously you had to wait for us, so you're good.
Okay,
Mr.
thank you.
Gabrielle Beatty. Miss Beatty,
Yes,
she's charged with drunk driving and equipment violation. It's a Sumter case. There's no plea in the file. Mr. Young,
What was intended, Your Honor, give me 1 second. So 1-9. I'll do an impaired and dismiss the civil infraction.
Miss Beatty, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Mr. Nunley, the court-appointed attorney. Go ahead and hit join.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And then, Mr. Malone, you're next, all right? So just hang out. The person that just joined us on the iPhone, what's your last name?
Moore, Moore. And how have you been, Judge Green? It's been a long time.
I think that's probably a good thing that it's been a long time, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Is-
I've been trying to keep it together.
Is it Marcellus?
Yes, ma'am. I haven't seen you in years.
It's been years?
Yes.
That's a good thing. Oh, well, this is a super old case too.
Yes, ma'am. I'm just trying to get my license back. I'm a direct care home manager now, and I need my license to take the position.
There's an offer from the Belleville prosecutor that if you plead guilty to an added count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, that they'll dismiss the driving on suspended. It would be a $500 ticket, but it doesn't go on your driving record. You can take that plea, and I can give you time to pay it even if you need time, or you can talk
Yes,
to the
I'm
court
already on a payment plan.
Okay, okay. But you can talk to the court-appointed attorney if you want to.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'll take that because I'll own up to responsibility of what I did do. So.
Okay. Do you understand that by pleading guilty to drive, allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, that you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice or rights form, and that you're going to plead guilty to this? And is it true that back in 2014 in August that you were in Belleville and you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive a vehicle that you were in?
Correct.
Can you do a $50 a month payment? The total is $500, and you have old files that you owe us money on. Have you been making the payments?
Yes, ma'am. I've been making the payments every month on the 16th. $100.
Okay, yeah, that's what $100 you're paying. So, I'll add into $100 a month payment. So they'll just add this to that.
Okay, and so I'll be paying $150 a month until
100 a month. If your payment's 100 a month, I'm just going to continue that.
Okay, thank you. And I have 2 more payments on. After January, I have 2 more payments on that first one. So then my second one.
So just continue.
Okay.
All right. You're all set. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you, and nice seeing you. Be safe.
You too.
Judge, have you heard from Hamilton at all? Do you know?
Hamilton.
Samuel Hamilton I had up today also, I thought.
No. We've not. The only ones we have left is Mr. Malone that's on, and we also have that he still has to call Jordan Francis, and that's the only 2 we have left.
And you got Gabriel Beatty, which I'm waiting for. And
He's in the breakout room with Miss Beatty right now.
All right, I guess when that one's done, I'm good to go.
Are you on Jordan Francis? You're on Jordan Francis, and you're also on Johnny Malone. So no, you're not good to go. You have to wait.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Nunley, on Miss Beatty.
Yeah, so she would like to avail herself of the offer of pleading guilty to the reduced charge of operating while visibly impaired and dismissal of the equipment violation.
Miss Beatty, you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice or rights form?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it true that on or about September the 25th of this year, you were in Sumter Township and you had consumed alcohol before getting behind the wheel of the vehicle that you were in?
Yes, ma'am.
As a result of your consumption of alcohol, your ability to drive was impaired?
Yes, ma'am.
You took a breathalyzer and blew above the legal limit?
Yes.
Do you understand this plea?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it voluntary?
Yes.
Anybody promise you or threaten you to get you to plead guilty in this matter?
No.
I'll accept your plea. I'm going to send this to probation. They'll contact you. Can I get a cell phone number from you?
586-480-9616.
And an email.
gbd2014@gmail.com.
We will be in contact. Make sure you fill out the paperwork when they send it to you, and I'll see you for sentencing in about Mr. Nunley, do you stick with this file then?
Don't believe that I do anymore.
Okay, but I wrote MIDC on it, so they'll be in contact with you for sentencing, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Have a great day.
You too.
Mr. Nunley, you have still Miss Francis, Jordan Francis, and you have Mr. Malone, which is a driving on suspended. There's no offer from the Sumter Township prosecutor. It's an incident date of October of this year. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Mr. Malone.
Okay.
Actually, you're still in breakout 2, so I'll put him there.
Okay.
And then on Miss Francis's case, Mr. Young, oh, there's a, do you know what the restitution is?
No, this is one that got away from me. Maybe I'll need to adjourn this one just to find out.
All right, well, we'll wait for him to come back
All right.
because he needs to call her still.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Nunley.
Yeah, may I speak with Mr. Young briefly?
Yeah, Mr. Young, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm gonna put you in breakout room number 3.
Okay.
Mr. Nunley, I'm gonna move you. There you go.
Thank you.
Hang on just a second, Mr. Malone.
Okay.
Is that your relative there?
What does this mean? Eardrum usually means they committed homicides.
All right, Mr. Nunley, on Mr. Malone's case.
Should I go into a breakout room with him again real quick?
Yep. Actually, if you just rejoin breakout room number 3, it's not gonna let me do that because it's closing it out. Hang on a second.
Why?
Put it on mute.
The buckfire's yelling out here.
Mr. Young, we are live streaming. Can you please mute yourself? Mr. Nunley, did you
Yeah.
talk to Mr. Malone?
Yeah, Mr. Malone is going to accept the plea offered so generously by Mr. Young of the reduced charge of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty to this added count, Mr. Malone, that you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form?
Yes.
And is it true that on or about October the 29th of this year, you were in Sumter Township and you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive a vehicle that you were in?
Yes.
It's a $300 ticket. The state adds $145 for a total of $445. Do you need time to pay that?
Yes, I do.
Can you do a $50 a month payment plan?
is there anything I can cheaper, like lower? Because I have felony probation. I have another ticket I'm paying on, and I'm just now.
Is it another ticket with us?
No, no, no. Through another county.
Okay, the lowest I can do is $40 a month.
Okay. I guess I just have to make that work somehow.
Can I get a cell phone number and an email from you?
It's Johnny Malone 22@gmail.com.
Johnny Malone 22.
Yeah, at gmail.com.
Got it. And then I have a phone number for you of 734-828-4040.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. We'll send you that payment plan and you're all set, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. Have a great day. Mr. Nunley, if you'll call on Miss Francis and talk to her. Mr. Young has indicated there's a plea offer for a deferred sentence in the file, but there's a request for restitution, and I asked him about the restitution and he doesn't know what the restitution is.
Okay, gotcha. I'll give her a call right now, and then I'll just mute myself in my video, then I'll pop back on when.
So Judge, what I'm asking for is an adjournment so I can at least get that number unless there's another way to deal with it.
He wants the restitution number at an adjournment. Get her on the phone and see, talk to her and see, but then if we do the adjournment, then it would be the March 11th at 9:20.
I'll give her a call right now.
Okay, let's just see what she's what'd you figure out, Mr. Nunley?
Is Mr. Young available?
He is. Mr. Young,
I'm here.
I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Mr. Nunley.
Okay.
Mr. Nunley, you're still in breakout room number 1, so just go back there.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Nunley.
Yeah, so we're just gonna adjourn this one to the March 11th date.
Okay, are you gonna keep, I'm gonna put you on this. I know that she's had some difficulties with Zoom, had some, and I'm actually familiar with her, so
Okay.
Michelle, figure out a way to assign Mr. Nunley. And you've got her contact information.
I do.
We'll adjourn the pretrial to March the 11th. It's gonna be at 9:20
Okay.
with Judge Martin.
Hey, Mr. Young, for that discovery I need for, what's his name, Devin Beach, do you need me to get you over a discovery order for that one?
For Beach?
Yeah.
No,